What is happening, everybody? Well, doing a bit of a combo data acquisition test for you guys with the Challenger. The first part of this test was to find out what my car runs in the worst case scenario in terms of density altitude, or at least the conditions for where I live. In really good air, like density altitudes of less than 750 feet and nice, cool, crisp air. Yeah, my car is a very consistent 1160 car. And I wanted to see what it really runs in real world conditions. And the other part of the test is I wanted to try out a set of the Nitto Tri-5R 305 35 20s on my stock rims. For a couple of reasons. One, well, a lot of the Hellcat guys run that, and I've got basically the same wheel that they do, and they rave about them. And the other thing is a bit of an aesthetic. I don't know, there's just something about that 275/40 on that size of rim, or at least on those rims. I don't know, I want to try out the 305s. And while I'm on the subject of that, I gotta give a shout out to Matt over at Direct Line Wheels. He's an eBay seller. It's where I got my Nittos. Hooked me up with a great deal on the tires. Not only that, but they showed up a day early, and I got a text message from the guy making sure that everything was cool. So I'll post a link in the description of the video to his eBay store. Check him out. You need tires, rims, I'm sure he can hook you up, and I guarantee he's going to take good care of you. He took really good care of me, so thanks a lot, bud. So at any rate, getting back to it though, so what did the car run, right? Well, yeah, it ran off a string of 12 ones with a best of 12.0. Now, that had a lot to do with the 60 foot, but the 60 foot had a lot to do with the fact that the car just was not making the power that it will in cooler temperatures. Basically, in cooler temperatures on the Mickey Thompsons, it was running a fairly consistent, 165, 169. Well, I was doing really good to get under 1.8 tonight. Track was dead hooking. The Nittos did great, but it was pretty apparent at the top end of the track that I wasn't quite making the power that it would make when the temperature of the DA was a little bit more favorable. See, when I was running the car this fall and this spring, I was able to run 116 or deep into the 117 range. Yeah, I was doing pretty good just to run 114 tonight. So that'll give you an idea as far as how density altitude can affect your car. It basically turns your personal best of my car of an 1158, into a 12.0 at about 114 and some change. So yeah, there's that. But again, it's really more about showing you guys that you can still have a ton of fun and not be running a personal best. In other words, trying to throw out that halo number that you can brag about, but you really can't. And to say that your car is an 11-second car, well, given the conditions, maybe. But in the real world, I didn't get into the 11s, and I was really hoping to get an 11-second time slip in these conditions. So let's break down the car real quick. Mods to the car. I cleaned up the intake manifold. Basically got the casting flash out of the runners. It's got a Pikes Performance tune. Now it's got the Nitto Tri-5R drag radials and a cat delete. And that's it. The car's stock other than an Hellcat airbox and a Hellcat filter. And that's it. Other than that, basically the way it rolled out. So there's that. And it's a really consistent package, and that's what makes testing with it so much fun. It makes it easy because the car will consistently run the same time over and over. And speaking of running over and over, this is something else I wanted to chat with you guys about. Look, you're not going to run a personal best when it's the middle of the summer, but what you can do is get a ton of laps under your belt. Seat time, practice. That's really what it's all about, because not a whole lot of folks are flocking to the drag strip when it's 90 degrees outside and 70% humidity. Or if you live in the desert, 120 degrees. You get where I'm coming from. I mean, it's just not going to be, the best, or it's not going to be conducive to getting your car down the track the quickest. But again, it gives you an opportunity to build confidence, to get the seat time so that when the temperatures do drop, now you're used to the car. You know how it's going to act, and you can get that thing down the track even more quickly and get you an even better personal best. So again, it was a good time. I always have fun when I get a chance to go to the drag strip. And I got a chance to meet a viewer. He's a longtime subscriber. His name's Ernesto. Check out his Instagram page, Ernesto14RT. He has got a sweet 2014 Ram 1500 RT, stanced out just right. Truck is quick too, was running some pretty fast times. Great to meet you, Ernesto. Great to shake your hand. Appreciate you being a subscriber for as long as you have. He's been around since, well, a long time. I'll put it to you like that. So again, great to meet you. And that's another thing. You get a chance to, when you do get to the drag strip, you get a chance to meet some friends. And I met some of my best friends at the drag strip. So, you know, when you get down there and it's the middle of summer, hey, I'll put it to you like this. Everybody is just having a ball, having a blast. That's really what it's all about. So again, yeah, it didn't run 11s, but it got so close. And I just wanted to showcase really how my car, you know, I've got tons of videos of the thing running 1160s, what it runs in real world conditions. So getting to the tire, well, they did great. I ran them at 26 PSI, they dead hooked, track prep was fine. Even when the track started going away, the car was still dead hooking, had no issues with those tires whatsoever. They do like a bit more of a burnout, usually about 3 to 4 second, pretty decent burnout is what they liked. And really, I don't have anything really to report. They just performed very well. As far as rubbing issues, because it is a 305 as opposed to a 275, didn't really notice much, just a little kiss on the inner fender well, but yeah, that may be really more due to the pressure I was running. But I also think that it was just such a slight amount. I think I can do a little bit of work to that inner fender well and won't have any. And I know a lot of the Hellcat guys don't have any issues with it. So yeah, I'm not too concerned with that. I like the looks of them a little bit better than the 275 20s that come with the car. So yeah, I think they're going to stick around for a while. And again, you know, I've run Nittos in the past. They're fairly predictable, and I had a feeling they were going to work pretty well on this car. Granted, they are a very fresh set of tires, but yep, I like them. So check out, I've got some videos that I'll post, or links to some videos I'll post in the description to show you guys a couple of races. There was one race I had against a Corvette, and just watch it to the very end. He actually got me a little bit on the whole shot, and it's an obvious, well put together C5. You know, it sounds like a basic heads cam, you get the drill, LS setup. Got me on the whole shot. I drove around him through half track, and at the very top end of the track, he went around me. And it was a whole shot victory, because if you look at the ET, I got him. Mopar, baby. I just should have launched harder. 60 foot on that pass sucked. Driver error. Anyway, post up your comments. Let me know what you think. That's a wrap. Adios.